there's been a generation shift. All of you guys are fresh or new. I really like the enthusiasm. I really like the commitment. It's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
It's a test. Focus, concentrate on your position. Don't think of the guy in front of you. And I have only one question. Who are we? Griffins! Who are we? Griffins! On three. One, two, three. Griffins! Set! Hot!
It's an awesome feeling to put on a jersey, go on the field and defend the tradition of the Griffins. Last year we lost the tournament that we hosted here, the Griffin Ball, and I feel guilty about that because I could have performed better as a leader, which would eventually help the team be better. My name is Petar. I'm a junior at AUBG, majoring in European Studies, and I like doing sports. It might be an addiction because even when I was little, I used to play in a team, and I have this thing about playing in teams. It gets me motivated to perform better in order for the team to succeed. Because it's really difficult to play team sports. It's so easy to play tennis and look for yourself, but when you have 8 more people on the field next to you and 8 others waiting out there, you know that it's not only about you, it's about the team. And that's what motivates me to go and play every time, because I see all those faces around me and we share the same ideas, the same desire to win. So that's how I ended up in the Griffins, and I can say that I like it, really. Griffins was the first established team, American football team, in Bulgaria. And it was the only team until 2007 or 8, I think. And it started to develop because it's one of the most popular sports over here. Being a Griffin means a lot more than just throwing a ball over there. It means that you're part of the tradition. The tradition in Griffins comes from the generations before. They were bonded as teams and they were going out together, they were friends. That's the thing that we're trying to accomplish this year as well, and I think we're doing pretty well. Because when a team consists of friends, not just teammates, it improves the whole way the team plays. This happens every year after the Griffin Ball, after our last tournament and the one we host here. So after the tournament we sit, we discuss how everything happened, what should we learn from this, even if we won or we lose, doesn't matter. And the next meeting someone has to sort of apply and put up his application for president, and then we vote. For example, last year I was the only one who ran for president. Being a president is a huge responsibility because you have to be in charge of a whole team and you have to make them think in the same way, more or less, because when you go out there in the game, you have to be thinking the same way and doing the same thing. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And that was the biggest challenge for me personally, to make the cohesion between the players. And
we didn't train as a team, everybody was training separately. So line was training, the line was training by itself, receivers and stuff like that were mostly not training that much. And when we got together at the Griffin Ball, physically the line, for example, we were in great condition, but when it came to coordinating as a team, for example, the line rushing and the QBs that didn't come a lot to practices, for example, and missed a lot, we weren't able to fit together.
what I felt was wrong last year in my whole decision-making process was the fact that I could have spent more time on Griffins, as this year's president is doing, but rather I tried to do multitasking, which is okay for AUBG, but still you have this point when you have to have a priority, and it should have been my priority. I didn't put it probably as high as I should, and I had the musical going on, also Olympics, so those are huge projects and they take a lot of time and a lot of effort. So when it came to the Griffin Bowl, I could have done really better and performed better in terms of organizing and in terms of, pretty much organizing. The good thing this year is that we're having even more practices, and so far people are enthusiastic. We know what it is to feel down, and we have the same motivation to rise up.
A thing that I'm glad we did this year was we took our time in the very first practices and explained everything from the top down, a full rundown of the whole procedures of the game. One of the linebackers is going to take one of the receivers, and the safety is going to take the other receiver.
So after last year's Griffin Bowl, I felt like I should do something more for the team. And this year, the role I try to play in the team is to calm the people down when they get aggravated, because that's a huge problem we have.
Play, Leonard, don't play at all. Yes, we do need you. We're practicing.
3 on 2?
Yes, 3 on 2.
Okay, 3 on 2.
Come here. Go back.
And I'm trying to keep my composure, because that's the thing I can do really well when it comes to team playing and playing in a huge team. So what happened, for example, in our first tournament this year, people started to get mad at some point at the opponents.
I saw that shoulder, brother. I saw that shoulder. Hey, Alex, remember what you told us.
But then I went personally to each and every one of them and told them, focus on the game. This play finished. We have the next play and we should concentrate on it right now. After what happened last year, that we lost the Griffin Bowl, I don't think one victory at only one tournament can fix the whole thing, because the way I feel is that I seek redemption. I seek redemption for what happened at our tournament that we hosted here. And the only thing that can fix what happened last year is winning this year's Griffin Bowl. Yes. Because Griffins is tradition. Griffin has been around for 10 years, and there's no reason it should stop.